the DraftPhysics.com video presentation to the wind and such. But must endeavor to persevere. Just can only do my part. As stated, I can only attempt to reason with anybody who's watching this video and explain that the world isn't working. Okay, how people are functioning is failing to function in any kind of reasonable way to progress us as thinking beings. We're not on the right path to do that kind of progress thing, because you all wallow in your traditions, and that's sort of what I've drawn as a conclusion. Is that so I never really believed in this nature-nurture argument. I didn't really think there was a nature, frankly, that it's all nurture, and it's all, we can fix it at any minute. Any moment, all you need is an idea, and that can change everything inside your silly little brains. The truth can work. It can fix things. But somewhere in the process, you just don't have the same, your brain isn't really concerned with having the right answers. It's concerned with having convenient answers. And that's where that's where somewhere we disconnected. It's where we went on different paths. And so because I'd argue I never fell for the religion thing, because it created obvious paradoxes and problems. It didn't make any sense, and so I'm not going to believe it because, well, it doesn't make any sense, and I don't care if my mother, is trying to sell that dopey idea. My father didn't really sell it. But I wasn't buying it. And when it came to certain scientific notions, I never believed in bent space. I heard about bent space, and I said, what the fuck is that? That's not an answer to the question. No way to visualize it. Didn't make any sense. Bent geodesic, blah, 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 blah. No. Something's pushing me into the earth. It's, you're not fooling me. And then wave theory, that was another one that just, no chance. They drew that silly squiggly line and said that's a photon, and no chance I was buying that. So I don't have any tradition, believing what you believe. I was never a Yankees fan, so to speak, and so I don't have any favorite team that I have to move through history and preserve and love. I don't have that. And maybe that's all the difference, is that I didn't attach to things much. And you people do attach, desperately attach, and cling. And so, but anyway, so SciManDan, he's just one of these, it's like the Australian version of Thunderfoot, I suppose. Let's go find the lowest hanging fruit on planet Earth and go mock it. They're just fail video, commentary on fail videos. It's just so unchallenging, and look, they're just playing the role of the very thing they were probably subjected to in life, bullies, and they're just become one. They're just going to beat up on silly little con artist crooks and feel all proud of themselves. Like, look how ethical I am because, I videotape pickpockets or something. It's like that TV show that used to do the pedophile thing for ratings. To make money, they would, essentially, what's the word for when you hook them by just putting the bait out there? Entrapment. Yeah, so they entrap people. Legitimately. Yes, probably the government should do this kind of thing, but they shouldn't be doing it for money. They should do it because they actually care about the children. It's just such a, ugh. So anyway, he's got 12,000 views in 3 hours on some taking apart a flat Earth documentary. I'm sure it's quite brilliant. So as I understand, they knew the Earth wasn't flat at least hundreds of years ago, if not thousands of years ago, because they did wander on deserts, and they did wander into the ocean or a big lake, And they did watch the land rise based on the highest pieces showing up first. Obvious indicators of a fact. And then we have all of this new data and information, and now it's just the silliest of conspiracy theories to say that all the modern technology has been faked and blah, blah, blah. It's just too silly. And yet they'll argue it. But if I ask them to demonstrate the evidence for bent space, no, they're not too interested. Or to demonstrate how their silly photon theory actually works, the entanglement and superposition and all this mush. Or the kinetic energy formula, which has the more obvious bad history. I mean, there's not a good day in its history. It's just a silly pile of religious crap right in the middle of physics. It can't be defended. Its history can't be defended. It has no experimental evidence, really. There is none. I mean, the clay experiments by modern standards are ridiculous. Okay, so, I shouldn't even have to argue the clay experiments, because I should just say cornstarch. And then if a real scientist says, oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, if we tested with cornstarch, it would be VM squared. Oh, yeah, so that's really stupid. So, yeah, let's test with something rational instead. And they just run away. So, I mean, twice now, I have pushed AB Science to grow some balls and defend physics, and twice he's just run away. I have asked him how much I have to pay him. I mean, I'm not going to pay him $2,000 because, his channel doesn't have any visibility, really. So if he get a few more subscribers, I'll pay him pretty big money. But I'll pay him pretty big money, hundreds. I'll pay hundreds to have AB Science actually interact and answer the questions I've asked. Okay, take one of the 15-minute videos I've made and deconstruct it into nonsense. Show how it's flat Earth physics. It's a wacky theory that can't possibly be true. Please. So I've offered SciManDan the $2,000 and no answer. Not interested. Okay, in $2,000. For to do something a little tiny bit different, which is show how your physics is better than flat Earth physics. That somehow you have real evidence on your side, and that you aren't really, in a sense, conventional physics does squander an awful lot of money, and that's really a crime. So maybe it's not as bad as just being overtly dishonest, but the silliness of it is expensive. I mean, billions of dollars on LIGO, billions on, keep going to Mars to do absolutely nothing that could possibly be interesting to anyone, who isn't watching Barney the Dinosaur, reruns. I mean, who could be fascinated by seeing the same shit over and over? I mean, stuff we already had the pictures in 1980. They already picked up some of the dirt in 1980. I mean, this is so fucking old. So anyway, we'll play some of this crap just to watch the spectacle of this is what somehow interests the scientific mind. Ooh. And of course we'll go through the whole adding process. We have to make money doing our science. It's so much work to compile arguments against complete nonsense. Alright, so I don't know what these names are. I guess these are all the brilliant people that have created some sort of piece of crap. Yeah. Crap.
There is a flat earther out there who is considered the modern-day father of the movement. He has amassed quite a following, and most...
Well, why don't you give an actual number? What does quite a following mean? But anyway.
Flat earthers will at least give some credit for this person for introducing them to the flat earth community. I am, of course, talking about...
So, we know the community is just people who are naysayers. So, it's just like that anonymous thing, that stupid anonymous thing. It's just, a way to iconize spamming, just disruptors, people who just want to break things, okay? That's all, because they can't fix anything in the world. They're too incompetent to do anything useful. So they say, well, I can hit things with a hammer, so I'll do that. I'll make noises, I'll I'll drop litter on the road and see if I can cause a car accident so something happens because I'm interested in watching things happen. They're just stupid, moronic retards, and yet you're proud of yourself because you debunked them. Funny.
Eric DeBay. Recently, he has released a documentary, a Flat Earth documentary entitled Level. Now, it's a Flat Earth propaganda piece, but how?
Right, and all of your science pieces, again, Nova and all these companies paying, doing big productions, selling crapola. I mean, your entanglement crapola. You got every one of these talking heads talking all this woo science, and they'll even talk about multiverses as if there's one shred of evidence for that Bugs Bunny theory. Yet you'll propagandize for it. Well, you should believe because you can't prove it can't happen that way. Yeah, you can't prove there's no God, so there must be one. So that's the greatest documentary could be made about God, and they could just keep selling it as, you didn't prove he doesn't exist. You can't do it, so therefore you better think about it. That's your scientific argument. Believe it because it can't be proven to be preposterous, loony, absolute crapola that you just made up. Well, that it can be proven. It can be proven it's just made up. Yes, it can't be proven that it's impossible for it to happen.
Many of you remember me saying this. I am going to pull every single minute of this film apart. I'm going to put so much effort.
Oh, geez, right. So, I mean, again, and it's for what purpose? Because they have a persuasive argument to somebody who, graduated the 6th grade? No. Are you going to convert them? I mean, these are the people who are like the fanatic religious people, the ones who are like living in some colony somewhere where they molest their own kids and they're still drinking milk by sucking on a cow's udder or something. I mean, these are people so lost in it that they're you're going to recover them? And there would be some point. I mean, these people are so frickin' dysfunctional and retarded that even if you could convince them there's no flat earth, do you want to set them loose? Do you want them on your bandwagon? I mean, realistically? I mean, they believe things and they do things for such retarded and stupid reasons. Do you really want them in your house? Oh, I don't think so.
Into it, that when you search for this film, you'll be finding the debunk of it from me first. Well,
that's really interesting. Yes, because you have a little bit of popularity, and so you can take advantage of that. Isn't that swell? And what are you doing with your time? What are you just talking shit about the same retards over and over and over? And you call yourself SciManDan, but you couldn't give a fuck about defending your own silly science. And when you're challenged, what do? Oh, you run away.
That starts right now.
So, very exciting. You see how excited I was? Was it starting right now? Yeah, sure. Blah, 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 blah. Some intro that is, right? I mean, ding-a-dong, dongle, dingle, dingle, doogle. So, yeah, I should just mock intros. yeah. Bing, bong, a ding, a bing, a bing. What the fuck is this shit? So, this is what scientific type people, this is appealing to them. It works, right? This crap wouldn't be in videos if it didn't work, right? So this is somehow a technique you use to be popular among the intellectuals, is to have a little animated picture of yourself and do some binka-dinka-dinka-dunkle. See, another difference between you and I. Okay? Like at 6 years old, I was already annoyed by, what the fuck? Get to the show already. I don't need the fucking intro, right? Like even watching the Flintstones. Flintstones, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, fuck you. Just play the fucking goddamn show. What is Fred going to do today? Come on, get to it. I didn't want no fucking intro.
Hello all and welcome along to another episode.
Oh, you already started the video. Fucking now you're saying hello. I mean, is this some sort of Australian retarded thing?
So the Flat Earth Friday with me, SciManDan.
Oh yes, Flat Earth Fighter. We're such brave and courageous dragonfly. Dragons. Well, you know the dragonfly just after it hatches out of the egg and it's a little larvae. Yeah, we stab those because we're so brave. We're such brave defenders of the truth. Woo! Shit.
Thank you very much for joining me. Before we begin today, a quick thank you to the sponsors of today's video, Skillshare. Skillshare isn't...
Fuck Skillshare, fuck Magic Muck, blah blah, fuck, we're the greatest thinkers in the world. Come to greatestthinkers.com and we'll greatest think all over you. Because we're the greatest thinkers in the world. Oh yeah, go to the greatest thinkers in the world. Greatestthinkersintheuniverse.com. We have all of those domains, by the way, because we're the greatest thinkers ever. Fuck.
Online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people.
Oh, no, for idiot, moron, cretinoid, stupid fucks who just end up creating a bunch of spam channels and dox you and harass you in every kind of way if you don't believe what they believe.
Explore new skills, get lost in deep and existing passions.
Oh, what, yeah, so you were reading your script and you just lost interest? Your passions. Get lost in your scientific passions and such. What was I talking about? Skill? Care? What was it? I don't remember.
Explore new skills.
Yeah, they're paying me money, right? Are they paying you more than $2,000? See, he did all of this crap, okay, for some sort of money. Do you think it was $2,000? I don't think it was $2,000. So he, I can't pay him for his time, $2,000, but they can. The commercial enterprise trying to fuck you out of your money, he'll take their money.
Skills, deepen existing passions, and get lost in creative...
You said the same thing again. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. So far, it's a great video, right? I mean, all the science and everything. It's a great learning experience, intros, and bullshit, and commercials. So far, fun.
Activity. They have so many classes that may interest you guys. Stargazing for beginners.
La. So, I mean, he's just selling this crap to you people, and these dupes, these fucking dupes, whoever these dupers are, Homeburger, whatever this is, Home Banner, Sergeant Seal Cuber, Lilligigigi, Paxically, these are all people who can't even figure out how to compose a screen name that makes any sense. Mr. Chicken, well that fits. Chicken. It's not even spelled like chicken. Dick, the dork wing. I mean, whoa, yeah, these are all the greatest. This is just what I figured all the smart people would be calling themselves. I'm sure if, Newton was alive today, he'd sure have one of these. Why not? That would be his great screen name. You have a teddy bear as an icon. Fuck. Can be. Shit, I hate this planet. Flat or round, they ought to just blow it up because there's no intelligent life except for me on this planet, so there's nothing to lose. You're all fucking dumb bugs. Shit.
Algebra for physics, orbital motion classes, plus many more.
La, isn't it fun? Orbital motion calculations are so much fun. I just could do them all day. Oh, wait a minute. No, I hated that part of going to school.
I want to start being able to write better for the channel.
La. So he's writing for their channel. So he's one of them collecting revenue. So he's doing a commercial for his own commercial enterprise. Fuck.
So I've been dipping into this strategy for crafting great content.
Oh, isn't that great? Strategy for crafting great content. Snookering stupid doopy fucking humans. It's what it should be titled, because that's all it is. Snooker them with candy and bullshit. Learn how to play the psychology of the retarded human bugs for big money. Big cash, fooling doopy silly fucking jackasses on the internet. So instead of honestly describing his motivations, which are just to pick your fucking moron pockets, fuck, get some more grease for his mohawk. I mean, ugh.
In class by award-winning journalist Soledad O'Brien. There's even...
Won the award from who? Yeah, the greatest minds in the universe gave her an award. Yeah. She works for them too. Yeah, it's like our physics. It's very circular. See, the work theorem supports, okay, the religious kinetic energy theorem.
A lesson on how to be a better interviewer, which will be great for the podcast.
Oh, the podcast. It's got to be so fucking interesting. At least I don't have to look at you, but the podcast where you talk to the other pod people. And what could this podcast possibly be? Oh, Jesus. Inane.
Skillshare is curated
Oh, fuck. Are we still doing the commercial? Sorry.
Specifically for learning, so there are no adverts. So that way you can stay focused.
Yeah, so because you paid for it, for fuck's sake. They're afraid to put ads on it because they won't make any money. Because they know the ad people say, I'm not getting any revenue out of it. I'm not getting any buyers out of this shit. These people are too stupid. So, the ad people will complain that, they can't make money on ads because, first off, the truth is that people that have any brain at all find ads obnoxious and it's anti-incentive to buy. But anyway, I'm sure they statistically figured all that part out. That's why the content has to be dumber and dumber, because the ads only work on retards. See, even though he has ads on his videos, it doesn't do much good. So, if he was painting his fingernails, then they could make money. But, science doesn't appeal to the people who are fooled by commercials. So having a whole system, right, these are supposed to be scientists, and they should even know this already, that having given, the platform to this commercial enterprises means there's very little incentive for the creation of science programming. That's why there wasn't any on the commercial networks. The commercial networks didn't make science programs because they couldn't make any money. And it wasn't until cable television showed up and all of a sudden the cable companies were making a percentage of your cable bill fee that they wasted money on science programming. That is, they produced it. And when cable first started, you could see everything. You could see heart surgeries. You could see all kinds of great science because it didn't have to finance itself by duping people to buy commercial product. So we're going back to this very universe that didn't feed us in the first place, that kept the human race starving. They're just too stupid.
Focused and follow wherever your creativity leads you. Plus, it is only $10 a month with an...
Oh, fuck. Only $10 a month. Only $120 a year.
Annual subscription. No matter what 2021 brings you, you can spend it creating something meaningful with Skillshare's online classes because...
I get to create? Oh, how interesting. Oh, wait a minute. I lose $120 and I have to listen to a bunch of greatest minds in the universe talking about inane subjects for which they don't know shit about it anyway. How fascinating.
Because time is what we make of it. The first 1,000 of you to click my link in the description gets a free trial of the premium membership so you can explore your creativity.
La la la. So the premium membership's probably even more. So, well, whatever. So again, he says explore your creativity while you're going to school to learn. That's not doing the creating part. That's doing the learn how to eat with a fork part.
Right, back to today's video, and one Eric...
Oh, well, I don't even know. Do I want him to go back to the subject of the video? I don't know. Just keep doing commercials. Same difference.
Debate. So Eric has released a 1 hour long documentary on Flat Earth, which means it's now my job to debunk every single last little piece of it.
Yes, well, I can do that to you too. So, but you're afraid, and so even though I'm offering you $2,000, you still won't do it because you're a coward. Little weaselly science coward. You will pick on others, but you won't allow others to pick on you. Because you're a coward.
I warn you now, I'm going to be very thorough, so this entire debunk will likely be spread over 3 separate videos.
Yes, that I get paid for, that I put ads on, and that I do Skillshare advertisements for. So I get lots of payment money. So I'm warning you that I'm getting paid a lot, okay, to do this, whatever, superficial, any 6th grader could do it video. How special.
Make no mistake, this will likely be my most comprehensive debunking ever. So without further ado...
Will it be anything else besides comprehensive, like entertaining or interesting? Will it have some good subjects in it? Will you explore some kinetic energy theory? Yeah, could you do some of that? Do some defending of kinetic energy theory. I wish flat earthers would actually learn how to attack their physics in a rational way. But their whole premise is irrational, so they can't. I mean, flat earth is just really stupid.
Let's get started, shall we?
Oh, so some more preambling. La 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 la. Oh, it's his video. So he's actually playing this part. Okay. We can all go to sleep for a little while.
So there it is. The Earth from outer space.
I don't think so. Am I missing something? What is that?
Do you believe this is a real live recording? Do you believe
that the Earth is made of suns and whatever this is? I don't know what the hell you're doing here, but I don't see an Earth in the picture. So I'm sorry.
How about now? Does this make it more believable?
No. Many different space agencies have taken many different photos of Earth from space.
Ask yourself, is this...
Okay, so this is apparently an orbiting shuttle image. So, I don't know exactly. These are the lights on the Earth. Okay, so yes, that's a picture of the Earth then. Yeah.
Do you believe? Let's try this another way.
Breaking news. NASA finally did it. They finally did it. They're finally live streaming the Earth spinning from outer space. The world is celebrating. This one will go down in history.
So they don't think the Earth, well, I guess because it's, because it's flat, I guess they think it doesn't spin either.
The thing is, though, there has been a live stream of Earth from space for ages. This clip here was taken from the ISS live feed. It shows Earth spinning in space. As we know, the spin is only 15 degrees per hour. If you're waiting for Bob here, by the way, my apologies, I'm trying to withdraw from using him.
Well, whatever this is, but, so frankly, yeah, it's not a very compelling beginning to proving something like the flat Earth. You would like to see something in actual daylight, and you could actually see the Earth or something like that, so he could explain, like, how the image from the moon is a fake image, with the guy standing there with the flag with the Earth in the background, and just say all the people, millions and millions and millions of people all did this fake thing. It's just a fake TV show, and it's all fake by millions of people. And yeah, then everybody with a brain just goes, oh please, that's too silly. My father worked, peripherally on some of the hardware for the NASA program, so obviously you're saying my father's a liar, so yeah, you're not going to sell me. No, that my father wasn't letting me in on the big secret.
A 15-degree-per-hour drift.
As you can see, it's proving difficult. Thanks, Bob. The point is, this rotational speed is very slow.
So I guess you have to watch previous SciManDan videos to know that that's some sort of specially cool clip. Oh.
Twice as slow as the hour hand on a clock. You can see it spinning, just not very quickly.
Convinced? Well, if you didn't fall for that, then why would you fall for this? Maybe you just never paid attention.
So that little dog...
Maybe you just never paid attention to the big conspiracy. Blah, 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 blah.
that they're highlighting there is the altitude in kilometres. I'm not really sure why they're highlighting it though.
When you do pay attention, you start to notice things. Are you paying?
Whatever. Okay, so yeah, so they're doing the whatever quote mining of zillions of images, and then they find some wacky one where there's some kind of weird reflection thing happening, or some little distortion thing because somebody bent over and the other guy's behind him, and blah blah blah, you know. So this is what they're depending on for this massive, huge, gigantic, insanely silly conspiracy theory. And you think, you science types think, oh, this is going to fool so many people and they're going to be tragically led astray.
Attention.
This is likely a fisheye lens. No one's claiming that it's not. But crucially, we're not claiming that this is solid evidence for curvature. It's just a camera that SpaceX uses to show the outside of a rocket. So we've got ODD TV, a flat earther who is so convinced that the earth is flat that he now spends his time making rap videos.
Oh, well, I'm not going to watch that. So you better not have any of that in here.
I would get up, weigh my glass, drink most of it, leaving it.
Anyway, ew. So this isn't a flat earth documentary? Oh, maybe this is something else he's doing. Oh, okay. Never mind.
A little bit at the bottom.
That's Dave Murphy. He drinks urine.
So that's sort of irrelevant, frankly. See, so that's the part where, man, you can't just argue the flat earth science. You have to sit there and again get into the personalities. And so you have to prove, well, maybe, it would matter if you saw them actually like selling used bicycle tires or something, some sort of, tires made out of chocolate, some kind of chicanery that they were involved in, just to prove that all they did was get involved in rackets, then maybe some of that would be interesting evidence. But it's really not if your real intent is to have a fair trial and point out how their facts are incorrect. This character assassination thing really just, that's kind of just showing weak arguments, not strong arguments.
Flat Earth millionaire. He owes me $200,000.
Well, if you like money, I'm offering you some. $2,000. I mean, it's more realistic. You think somebody else was going to pay you $200,000 for something you can do? Sorry. A little bit funny.
Don't know, Santos Bonucci.
So what is all this? This is part of the video? The guy drinking urine? Or you put that in? See, so this is a little bit dishonest too. So he's playing the documentary, and in the middle of that, he's switching to stuff he's throwing in. So where's the continuity here? If you were a scientist, you'd say, well, you don't want to do that. You don't want to bleed 3 different experiments into the same clip or something. I mean, that's bullshit. So now you're being misleading.
Or that dude. There's the big name drop.
So we are at the documentary, so they're just highlighting all their big names. So again, this apparently is just for their own audience. So this documentary is apparently not supposed to be of any interest to anybody else. It's just because obviously who the fuck would watch this? I mean, it's got a big giant intro in it again. Who's impressed by big giant intros?
And there is our local yoga instructor. Now, this is by no means a pop at yoga instructors. I'm sure they're very good at what they do. My point is here that...
Oh, there's a point to bringing up any of this personal crap. Why don't you just deal with their arguments? I mean, I can do lots of speculation about you, lame-o, Mr. Hoodie, right? He's always wearing a hoodie, right? What the fuck?
They aren't qualified scientists.
Oh, so that matters. If you're a qualified scientist, it means you're a good truth scrutinizer. When we know a qualified scientist is basically just somebody who's good at memorizing and do what his teacher told him to do. Period. You didn't do any thinking. I'd say obviously, if you would have done a little bit of thinking, you would have said, well, wait a minute, how's this kinetic energy thing fix momentum? Momentum wasn't broken. Let's see, momentum's completely not broken. Newton's mechanics works, and at some reason we got to fix it because it's missing out on something critical that's missing, even though it's not noticeably missing, and even though Newton predicted things like Halley's Comet and all that kind of crap. How, but you don't bother doing any of that thinking. Level. So it's a level Earth. It's not flat. It's level. And the water doesn't all spill out somehow.
Did you know that starting at the end of 2000...
It's kind of stupid of them to even start with these water references. Just because of the fact that it's on the sea that you really see that the world is not flat. I mean, I can go back to when I was a kid, boating, and, this is, you go out far enough and the land falls into the water, and then when you're coming back in, the land rises and you see all the tall buildings first, and, that's the way it works. So it's a pretty obvious indicator.
2015 through 2017, flat Earth was one of the top search terms in the USA, let alone the world.
I can't believe that. So yeah, no, I don't believe that. So one of the top, what does that mean? One of the top million? It was in the top 400 trillion search results. Search keywords.
And did you also know that from 2017 to the present, it has become almost irrelevant? And
almost irrelevant. Anyway, so 2017 was its peak year. I can't read this chart, but it doesn't look like it's all that huge a difference. It seems kind of like almost my subscriber. This is basically all my channel's doing. I think everything is stuck. Unless you're a friend of Google, this is what your lines are going to look like. Unless Google likes you, you're fucked.
actual fact, more people are now interested in foreskin than they are in flat Earth.
I suppose it's interesting. I haven't had to be interested in it all my life, so I haven't had to worry about it, frankly. So I haven't had much interest in it. So, hasn't been a problem.
Ouch.
While most of you were...
Yeah, it's really not ouchy, frankly. I don't, I have absolutely no memory of it. I'm kind of well satisfied customer. Thank you very much. Yeah.
falling for the political charades, the rest of us were trying to discover the true nature about our world.
My name is ODD TV.
No, it really isn't your name, so I don't know what the fuck that is. But so this is going to impress somebody. So a random interested in the truther. I am interested in the truth. Tell me that is going to be interested in this fucking whatever he is with the metal and the thing and the dark and the what the fuck. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think this guy's got the truth. I think this guy's a fucking idiot if he spent more than 48 cents for whatever that fucking metal is.
Screw it. I'm gonna make a YouTube channel and start talking in videos.
There's never been one experiment that proves that the Earth is in motion.
So even that, what the fuck? I mean, what the fuck? Yeah, that's it. What the fuck? How do we do the experiment exactly, frankly? But I'm sure there are satellites that have, that are doing the experiment every day where they're focused on the sun and the Earth is moving relative to the sun. So I'm sure they got that one proven. Oh, anyway, so this is just going to get into some of this inane, moronic physics. So I didn't know the flat earthers were, worrying about motion too. So they think the flat Earth is just sitting in the universe, just sitting there. They actually think the sun is going around the Earth. Oh man, they're really dumb.
Foucault's pendulum, gyroscopes, the Coriolis effect, trade winds, and ocean currents.
Well, they're kind of, see, that's an abstraction. So, I mean, those could be, you could say fishes are causing that, or, you can come up with Fukushima, hot water from Fukushima is causing that. You could come up with other explanations for currents. So that's kind of reaching, I think. But regardless, doesn't matter. So anyway, this is enough fun for the day, I think. So, but these people, again, they're just, you go find the lowest fruit, make fun of it, and you're a hero. It's pathetic. They won't defend their physics. So the physics they're making propaganda videos for, they're making propaganda documentaries. Brian Greene, gets lots of money from PBS and other places to make these silly videos with all this fucking high-tech animations and all this horse shit. Trying to convince poor silly people that, photons are reading each other's minds, and they know what each other's doing. It's just so bad. And then all that is debunked with simple arguments. Gravity is always affecting objects. How could they not be de-entangled by the fact that gravity is watching us all the time? Gravity is snapping a picture all the time. So anyway, just all crap. It's just the crap-averse and the crap earth and crap. Ugh. There's nothing good to say. Anyway, just unfortunate to have to live in these horrible times. And they were all horrible times because you've never been very smart, and apparently you don't want to be very smart. And that's a big problem. Alright, so till the next time, and such, and so forth and whatnot. This has been a DraftPhysics.com video production. Blah, 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 blah. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Pretend I'm an animation. Pointing.